to go make another cup of coffee while people find the chat. So sit tight. We're starting up here. YouTube's been screwing me over, so I can't schedule streams. So this is how I've got to do it. I got to make an announcement beforehand and upload it as a short. And then when I do go live, it takes a minute for people to get notified. So then I have to occupy myself for a little bit. So think of this as, that waiting music at the beginning of most people's live stream. We're just waiting for people to find the chat. Somebody hit the like button before anybody even entered. That's so funny. All right, I'm going to go make some coffee. Come on in, folks. And in fact, I can actually wear my mic while I'm doing that, so I can talk to you all. I can't see what's going on, but that's okay. How's everybody doing? Good morning, welcome. Let me know in the comments section, if there's anybody here yet, what you've been hearing about what's going on in LA. I want to know how the fake news media is spinning the propaganda, because I've been here and I've been personally on the ground, eyewitness, seeing things happen and unfold, and I definitely have opinions about that. Welcome to the stream. All right, we got some folks finding the chat. That's right. I've been boots on the ground here in LA, and I will tell you exactly what's going on, what I've seen personally, not some pure conjecture like you see on the news where they have all these opinions on things that they don't personally know or have witnessed. They're spinning a lot of narratives, a lot of propaganda. What's up, Hush Money, Terry Ray, Heaven Lee? How's it going, y'all? Hope everybody's having a good morning. If all this wasn't happening, I would be doing a Total Chaos morning show, but there's plenty of time for that. I had to do an Anarchist news segment today. Come on in, folks. Find a spot. Talk to your neighbors. Let me know what you've heard about what's going on in LA from wherever you are, what the narrative is, what you think is going on, etc. And also, how many of you in chat have been to a community action protesting the government or anything like that? How many of you have been to a protest before? And without incriminating yourself, obviously, but it's not illegal to protest yet. If the regime had its way, it would be illegal to protest, and we would all get lobotomized and go to jail immediately for having any thought that isn't about how much we want to suck Trump's dick or something. Yeah, Donald Trump is so close to putting us away for thought crimes. Are you staying away from the crowds? Why the fuck would I be staying away from the crowds? That's where the protest is. Thomas is banned. Get out of here. What's up, Daisy? How's it going? Cool, we got 54 people in chat here. Chat. Let me know what you think is happening in LA before I tell you what's happening in LA. All right. They're just cleaning up the garage. What? Riots for sure? No. Um, yeah, I see a lot of you are watching the fake news media. There's nothing more embarrassing than people confidently repeating propaganda to people that have personally witnessed the thing that the propaganda and the fake news media is telling you fake news about. Because I know what's going on. I was there. I was at the ICE detention center 3 nights ago when the initial confrontation began. And it's not at all like what the media tells people happened. Um, it's actually nothing like what the media portrays as happening. So I heard about a confrontation between protesters and police in downtown near the ICE detention center. And so, of course, I went over there to go see for myself because it was, you know, it was pretty close. So, like, of course, I'm going to check in on that. And at the same time as I was going there, I'm looking at these updates in the news, and it looks like, there's an all-out war in the street. And I'm like, wow, there must be a lot of people over there. I went over there like very shortly after the confrontation, and there was like organized protesters. None of them were in like appropriate attire. They were literally like just people that lived in the area that were concerned, and they were gathering. Um, and there was more police than I wouldn't even call these people protesters. At out there, and they were outraged. I did not see a single organizer out at the detention center on I want to say Thursday night. Um, and that's really what kicked things off. So then I talked to a couple of people who were there when shit went down. And according to two different eyewitnesses who were there and were part of the protest, um, and were still there, they said that earlier, like a few hours before I got there were about 50 to 100 protesters, and they were peacefully marching in front of the ICE detention center. And they had even talked to cops like moments before. They asked, like, are we fine to be here? And the cops were like, yeah, you're good. You can exercise your right. And they were like, great. So then everything was all cool. And then the next moment, without any warning, there was no verbal command. There was no warning. The police started shooting rubber bullets and tear gas at the protesters, which of course exacerbated the situation. And then they made a bunch of arrests. And that was it. So then hours later, there were still people gathering around the area. Nobody really knew what was going on. There was some fucking annoying ass TikTok kids that were making a mess of things. They were annoying as shit. So if you see anything about that, remember those kids were fucking losers. Um, those kids were fucking losers. Holy fuck. Like, oh my God, I can't imagine being the type of person to see a situation like that and think like, I'm going to jump in there for views and clicks. Like, that's why I haven't been making live stream content or anything like that, because I'm not a fucking vulture. But anyway, so that was it. There was no organization. I hung around for a few hours, talked around to some people on Thursday, and that was it. So then I heard that there was going to be some gatherings the next day um, at the fucking city hall, and that's been going on for the past 3 days. Today is going to be the fourth day. Jeffrey Jr. Earhart says, so they just started shooting for no reason. Correct. Yeah, and I corroborated the story with a few different people who were there on the ground. And yeah, they showed me a picture too where there was actually like a legitimate sniper up in the ice building with sniper rifle like out and training it on people like not a less than lethal weapon. So that's really fucking weird. And like personally, what I witnessed is a much greater show of force than necessary for that crowd. And that's what I continue to see over the next few days while going to the downtown protests and near City Hall. And I'm really close to that, actually. I'm like within walking distance to all of that. So I've been hearing everything going on. Yeah, I have a scanner, but I haven't been listening to radio signal much lately. But I've been keeping track of things. You're getting banned, you stupid fucking piece of shit. Mid-South Monster official says they had helicopters and snipers on us in Memphis when Mike Brown was killed. I believe it, man. Yeah, there's been a disproportionate show of force by the police, and 100% LAPD is exacerbating the situation. They absolutely 100% are. They're going to different intersections and then like getting a bunch of them there and just kind of like there was one that I saw I got on video too where he was actually just like pointing at people without provocation, like there was nobody near him, and he was just like he looked like a fucking rabid dog, dude. This guy was just like like pacing around like a fucking like a pit bull ready to fucking fight somebody, you know? Like that dude should have that dude should be in fucking, I don't know, he needs to be institutionalized. Just like the look on his face, he was like practically drooling. He's fucking straight up pointing his fucking here, I actually grabbed a couple souvenirs. These things, the foam baton, that's I guess that's what they call like a rubber bullet or whatever, basically. But this dude was itching to fucking shoot these at people. I got a video, and that's what like the general attitude for these guys. They were standing out there acting like there's something happening until something happens, and they just bring in more and more people. There was cops on horses running people down. The police were shooting news reporters with rubber bullets and detaining them. They're 100% like making the situation worse. Brittany says this isn't about left or right. It's about the people at the bottom coming from the top 1%. Yeah, if you think this is a Democrats versus Republicans issue, you are so deep in the fucking Kool-Aid. Like, you need to stop watching fake news. Just turn off your fucking fake news propaganda bullshit because it's turning your brain into fucking shit, dude. Seriously. Mid-South says, however, I also saw Antifa exacerbate the situation. Well, that's the thing, man. That I personally witnessed multiple people who were showing up and they were dressed like protesters, and they were not protesters. They were feds. So you got to be careful with thinking that, like, there's video from Minneapolis as well where there are people dressed as protesters, but then in the video, people are like, this guy's not with us. And they're literally like smashing windows, smashing cars, trying to get other people to follow them and rile them up. That is a documented, true phenomenon. That is not like, that's not a conspiracy theory. There are absolutely 100% feds in Black Bloc that will go to the front lines and try to make friends with people, try to be chummy with people, and then they'll start throwing rocks at shit. That is a thing that happens. And I witnessed that personally the last couple of nights. In fact, I was near the front line at one point, just kind of scoping things out, taking video. And this fucking guy walks up to me and he was like, obviously a fucking fed. Feds are stupid as fuck, right? So he walks up to me. He's got like a fresh haircut. You know, he looks like he just got a fresh haircut, totally clean clothes. He's like a tall white guy, obviously a fucking cop. Like, you can just tell. He walks up to me and is like, hey, how's it going? Like, bro, do you not know where the fuck we are? Like, there's fucking cops pointing fucking rubber bullets at us right now. And he's like, what brings you here? And I'm like, I don't know, common human decency. And he looked like that was not the answer he was looking for. He was like, oh, well, I'm here because I think it's really exciting. You know, it's like a movie. Like Hollywood can't even portray this kind of excitement. It's a real thrill. And I'm like, that's cool, man. And get the fuck away from him. I was like, I'm getting the fuck away from you, dude. Like, in that situation, it's hard to know if you should call them out or not. And I usually don't. I just act stupid and get away from them. Like, oh yeah, cool, man. Like, get the fuck away from me. Um, yeah, there are definitely ways to identify undercover cops too. Like they all wear the same fucking style, like general purpose work boots, like cop boots. Um, Fresh haircuts. They're wearing a vest underneath their fucking shirts so they don't get friendly fire because cops will just fire on anybody. Oh yeah, here's my other souvenir too. This is a flashbang. They were shooting flashbangs at people as well. And there was at least one serious injury. They shot him right in the face with a flashbang. All right, I'm gonna go and tidy up my chat here and ban all of you fucking losers that are sitting there making stupid fucking comments. Vicky the Leo says busloads of Marines from 29 Palms are heading that way as we speak. They started heading down this way yesterday, and there were call outs from folks on the highways to block up and clog up the highways, not to let them pass. I haven't gotten any updates on how that's going though. Mid South says we were legit told to cause havoc by organizers. Okay, well, I mean, I don't know which org you're speaking about because Antifa isn't an organization. Antifa is an ideology. So I don't know which org specifically was telling you to cause havoc or what they were trying to do. But yeah, that's dangerous to just like call everybody that is an organizer at a protest Antifa. That's just that's not an accurate way to portray it. You need to like tell me what. Yeah, I mean, you don't need to tell me personally, but like you need to identify what org that is, what they're doing out there, and who they are. You got to vet out your orgs too. I'm just banning fascists. We got a bunch of fascist chud bots. Y'all need to remember that the internet is going to be going off with all these fucking losers, these fashy losers and loser bots, because they're not outside taking care of business. The rest of us are outside taking care of business. There are protests happening in major cities across the U.S., even like not major cities. If you want to follow my Instagram, anarchist.news, I've been posting updates. Like this is people are rising up across the world right now against fascism and against the oligarchy in the US and across the world. Like there are people protesting for Palestine to be free, and there are people protesting for fascism to stop gripping us here in the US as well. So keep your eyes open, get outside, connect with people, and you can help out too. Like you don't have to be up on the front lines getting maced or whatever and beat by cops. You can help out by getting supplies and giving people rides to and from actions, etc. This is the time. This is boots on the ground time. This is not like, oh, fun armchair bullshit. Like we all should be out doing something because this is a real fight. This is the real thing. All right, I'm just cleaning up my chat here. Mid South says Antifa Memphis was an organization in correlation with Fight for 15 BLM Memphis and my chapter of La Causa. Okay. I see. I was appointed a commandant of the chapter of Brown Berets La Causa in Memphis, the first chapter to be in Memphis. That's cool, man. Hell yeah. Happy to have you here. Deguli says, "Yep, this happened in Europe right about now. Also, what part? Like, I mean, I know that there's definitely demonstrations across Europe, but if you're um, if you're seeing protests and actions happening in your area, anybody in chat, let me know what you've been seeing and what's going on. Give me a protest roll call, everybody. What's going on in your city? What's going on in your town, so that the rest of us can know. And if we happen to be around there and we think that there's nothing going on that we can help with, maybe people will realize that there is stuff going on." Mid South says, "I tried to get American Indian Movement a chapter in Memphis as well. However, there wasn't enough indigenous organizers in Memphis." Okay. Peaceful small protest in Savannah, Georgia. Vincent says California is falling apart. Shut the fuck up, dude. You have no idea. I love how people that have never been to California have all these strong opinions on California. Very fucking funny. Especially people that are like watching fucking bullshit fake news like Fox or some propaganda fucking shit. And then they want to tell people that are actually in California that are seeing what's happening around them, what's happening in California. It's like, could you be any more brain dead? Holy fuck. Justice says there's people breaking into cars and houses a lot more than normal nearby me. That doesn't really help. Where are you? And like, what do you mean? Forcer4 says you have a potty mouth. Shut the fuck up and get out of my fucking chat, you little piece of shit. Banned. Instant ban. I hate you. Don't fucking police me. Yeah, I got me some souvenirs. I think I'm gonna turn this into a shot glass, man. Why the fuck not? It's perfect. It's perfect for shot glasses. And okay, so I have been helping out with there are medical supply distribution. I personally tend to focus more on like I like to be up in the action in kind of a safe way and do scouting. And I like to get video footage of things happening. I am not the kind of person who will ever exacerbate a situation, especially if it's like pretty much all of the movements and protests that I've ever been to are by people of color. So it's not my place as a white person to get up in the middle of shit and start shit. That is not what anybody should be doing. So I kind of like hang back and follow the lead of other people, organizers and stuff. I've been to, I was at Standing Rock, and I've helped out with Black Lives Matter, not like the big org that got co-opted by feds, but like the idea of Black Lives Matter, what it was supposed to be. And now here with the ICE raids, I'm trying to think of other stuff, but I mean, yeah, there's a lot of stuff, but those are the biggest protests that I've been part of. Himbro is banned. Get out of here. Thank you. S. Payne says nobody cares. You're literally in my chat right now, so obviously you care, and I'm going to ban you. Upstate New York, and I'm not sure why they're doing it, only because, dude, there's protests in New York. There's that's where another big protest is happening. If you're in New York, there's tons of stuff happening in New York right now. No protesting in Vegas anywhere. I highly doubt that, actually. What are we protesting? What do you mean, what are we protesting? The government is fucking putting people in camps. The government is kidnapping and disappearing people from their families. Like, what? I mean, I'm trying not to be angry about it because y'all are just watching fake news, but like, go touch grass, go outside, go talk to people. Like, the US is full on fascism at this point. And now, like, okay, so if y'all think that Antifa is terrorizing the streets of LA, no, it's the fucking police and the military. The military was supposed to come in last night, but pretty much they're just like fucking around. I'm gonna go over to downtown later today and go check out and get some eyewitness experience so I can tell y'all what's going on as an update. But yeah, 100%, the police are the ones that are making things worse. They're showing a disproportionate amount of force, and they're terrorizing people, and they're spreading them out and getting them exacerbated so that they will act more more aggressively, like with confusion tactics and kettling. Yeah, they're straight up trying to get people mad. They're trying to rile people up. The only people that are invading LA is the fucking feds and the cops, dude. It's true. What camp were you at? Standing Rock. Dude, Red Warrior is only for indigenous people. Those are like hardcore. I was just there as support. I was there for like 2 weeks, and I pretty much just like helped elders by carrying stuff for them, like firewood, so they could stay warm, and doing like shit jobs that nobody else wanted to do because that was where I was most useful in that moment. That's kind of more my style, you know. Like, I'm not trying to like go in for recognition or anything. Like, I just fill in jobs that aren't being done. Police arrested about 100 people in Helsinki yesterday. Damn. Cordero says, "What's fascism?" Type that question into a search. Open a dictionary and look up fascism, dude. Conservative video dipper is banned. Get the fuck out of my chat, you stupid piece of shit. I banned you already, dude. Get out of here. Oh, I hope I didn't ban somebody else on accident. NWA says you are misinformed for sure. You're a fucking idiot, dude. I was literally there. You're misinformed, and it's embarrassing that people would come in and tell somebody that's actually here in LA. I'm literally a half mile from the demonstrations. I can hear and see what's going on from here. Okay? So it's fucking wild to me how people will like be in a completely different part of the world watching their fake news TV and think that they know better than other people who are literally there. That's a whole other level of brainwashing that I can't even like address right now. Holy fuck. Well, we got 165 people in chat. That's cool. Like, I could literally just like walk down and show you guys what's happening. I may do what I'm probably gonna do is take video while I'm there and then edit it later because I don't want to put anybody in danger and I don't want to record anybody without their consent. That's really not my style. There are a lot of people live streaming and they're fucking clout sharks. I'm not a fucking clout shark. I'm not about to go stick my camera in marginalized people's faces who are trying to stand up to fascism and help their family. I'm just banning more fascists in my chat. Now, y'all remember, fascists are real loud on the internet right now. Like, you might post some stuff about about mutual aid or like what's actually happening or like concerns about protesters or whatever. You might be posting good stuff online and then you'll get a bunch of fucking dumbasses like the people in my chat here who are like, oh, that's not what's happening, or oh, shoot them all, or like round them up, or whatever, like full fascist posting. And the reason why they're being so loud right now is because all of the people with actual morals and principles aren't online because they're at protests. So remember that. The only reason they're so brave right now is because there's no adult in the room. And also, a lot of them are bots. Like, Elon Musk is literally like a guy that owns AI. There's a lot of AI activity online and bots and propaganda bots to try and influence public public information and attitudes. What is happening right now? Well, there's demonstrations near City Hall again, all the way to the ICE Facility Center in downtown. I know there were some standoffs as far as Little Tokyo and even the edge of Chinatown here last night. I did hear a few flashbangs, and there was helicopters circling over downtown all night long. So during the day, there's more like organized day protests, more like chanting and sign holding and that type of thing. There's not as much like standoffs. That I don't know about today, since there was supposed to be military coming in last night. I haven't seen updates about whether they've arrived or not. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't gotten any updates on whether the military has arrived or not, and I just got up not too long ago, so I haven't caught up on all the updates. Mostly, what I'm gonna be doing today is I'm gonna be helping out with the medical supplies. So if anybody wants to get down with the kickdown, there are links in the description, and I'll post them here in the chat. Literally, what I'm doing is going out and buying medical supplies and bringing them to the distribution center to give to people who are injured. And if that's like not the most obviously morally good thing that you can possibly do, like, I don't know what else is. If you have a problem with people getting medical supplies, then you literally are just a fascist. Let's see. Cordero says, "Oh, fascism. Yeah, I guess the USA is like that currently." No shit. The fuck, dude. Yeah, USA is in a really bad way right now. If you don't know that, then you live under a fucking rock. Victor says there will be protesting in Vegas to stand in solidarity with LA tomorrow. Also, the No Kings protest in Vegas on Saturday, June 14th. Thank you, Victor. I appreciate that. See, that's the kind of thing I want to see more of in chat. We can use this chat, this stream, as a way to connect and exchange information. Okay, we can do that, actually. And I'm posting. Whoops, that's me. Yeah. I'm posting my money links in chat right now, so that way, if you do want to donate, so that I can get medical supplies to donate to to donate to the medical distribution organization, then yeah, that helps. Here we go. Thank you very much if you feel like it. And I'm going to just clean up my chat here and ban some more people. Bunch of bots and brainwashed fucking morons. It's actually incredible how fucking stupid. The only way that I'm like, oh, like coping with how fucking stupid some of these people are in my chat is by reminding myself that they're probably not even real people, and the ones that are so fucking embarrassingly miserable that, like, if I saw a picture of them or any of their social media or anything, I would like almost feel bad for them, for the conditions of their miserable existence. So I'm not, yeah. Your fucking troglodyte takes are absolutely not shaking me in any way other than like that I am embarrassed for you. Embarrassing. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of people to ban here. Oh, thank you so much. I am done. I'm done. Kicked down through YouTube. If you want to donate, I do appreciate no matter how you do. But if you want to donate in a way that I can actually access today and go buy supplies for people, then you're gonna want to go through Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. If your response to the injustices happening toward people in under a fascist regime is to come in here and witness to me about Jesus, then you are not a real Christian. You're a fake fucking Christian. Get out and get out. Cordero says Taco Tuesday. That's right. It's fucking Taco Tuesday, baby. Let's fucking go. Hell yeah. Please just ignore these trolls. We want to hear what you have to say. Oh, I'm ignoring them for the most part. I'm just banning them so they don't clog up my chat. I've already said pretty much what's going on. This shit ain't going nowhere. Like, this isn't gonna end anytime soon. If you're in LA, you need to help out in some way. Maybe you don't need to be on the ground, but there are ways where you can show up without putting yourself in harm's way. You can give people rides to and from downtown. That's really, really needed right now because they've got the train lines shut down, at least for downtown and possibly as far as Chinatown. You can't take a bus in there, and you know, people parking up in there is a liability for their vehicles. It's better to just, yeah, it's better to leave the vehicle like further out away from the action. And you can donate money or supplies. Let me see. Man, I wish I had a mod in here right now. That would make things so much easier. Anti-fascist was true punk culture, and in punk fashion, banning and censorship is not the way, brother. You want to fight the system. Bro, shut the fuck up. This is not a democratic fucking chat room. This is my chat room, and I don't want to fucking sit here and argue with dipshit trolls. Like, no, I'm not gonna fucking sit here and entertain your little fucking narrative of like free speech or whatever. Like that's literally a psyop, but bud, that's a fucking psyop. Shut the fuck up. Gina says, here for you, Corn, if you need me. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Alley Cat says it's also anti-fascist to not cede space to fash. Bingo. That's right. I don't have to just sit here and fucking be like, okay, well, I guess all of our opinions are valid. Like when your opinion is literally that people should get shot dead in the street or that I should get killed or something. No. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, okay, that's fair. Like, fuck you. No. Hell no. Brian says, hey, from Vancouver, BC. What is going on today in LA? Mid-South says, I respect that, bro. I'm coming at you respectfully, though, man. That's fine. But I'm not going to sit here and argue about how I should run my space. This is my fucking channel, and I am the law in the space that I occupy. I am allowed to set boundaries. Any of you are. And if anybody ever tells you otherwise, punch them in the fucking throat. Seriously, if anybody ever tells you that you don't have a right to protect your space, punch them in the fucking throat. I'm serious. Just do it. Hell no. I ain't buying that fucking narrative. Fair enough. There we go. You can let fucking racists say all the things that they want to on your channel, man. You go right ahead. I ain't about to do it. Like this fucking dumb shit. Thanks God says, why do LGBTQ always seem so mad? Like, what else do you want from people? You got a flag. You got a month. Like, geez. This person is getting banned because literally queer people are being attacked. Like, there is violence being enacted on people. If you think that a flag existing like makes it all better, then you're a fucking loser. All right. So, what have you guys heard about what's going on in LA, and what can I clarify for you? Because I've been downtown for the past couple of days. I'm going to roll a smoke and let folks ask questions, and then I'm going to ban trolls before I answer questions. So if you're a troll and you're about to say some bigot fucking bullshit, I will ban you, and then I will jump through the screen and beat your ass. That's right. This channel punches Nazis. I'm gonna just like fucking straight up headbutt you. There you go. That was for the fascists in my chat. Y'all rot in hell. Shadow in the Dark says, lol, ain't nobody scared of you. Well, I'm not trying to make you scared unless you're a fascist, which obviously you are, so I'm going to hide you too. If you think that I'm threatening you, then you're a fascist, because that's who I'm speaking to when I'm telling you guys to fuck off. Troops are coming, but you clarified that. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, there's a lot. Today, I definitely want to gather some intel on what happened with the military and how many people actually showed up, because I know that they had put the call out for the National Guard, but a lot of the National Guard is just straight up ignoring Trump's order, because, you know, when you join the military, you take an oath to protect the American people against foreign and domestic danger. And obviously what Donald Trump is trying to do, which is cause mayhem in LA and against the state of California, because people aren't complying with him. This is a show of force. This is an attempted coup. This is more than just people being concerned for their families being taken away by unidentified federal agents and unconstitutionally disappeared without due process. This is a fucking wannabe fascist dictator seeing how much he can do with the power that he's been given. And of course, the first place that he's going to try and fuck with is going to be LA. In this big way. Like, this is going to set a precedent for how things are going to go across the country. So if you don't think it matters because it's happening in LA, it does matter. And this is a sign of things to come. The way that things are handled here in LA is going to set the tone for how other things happen. Like, we can't let them win. This is a show of force, straight up. 100%. I went to the initial thing where right after the initial confrontation between protesters and police at the ICE facility, and there was like almost nobody fucking there. There really wasn't. The police came out and created an issue. They fired on people. There was less than 100 people. There was like 50 to 100 people. And they were acting completely legally. They were there at the fucking ICE detention facility. And one moment they asked the police if they were okay to be there. The police said, yeah, you're okay to be there. And then the next moment, the police opened fire on these people and arrested a number of them. And that's what kicked all this off. There have been demonstrations and protests around downtown and all around LA leading up to this point, but this is the big one. This is the breaking point. And 100% the police are exacerbating the crowd and the people of LA. Now people are just like fed up. Anybody here is seeing what's happening. But even so, like, it's sorry, I'm adjusting my phone here. Even so, with people able to walk out and go see what's happening themselves as eyewitnesses, there's all of these fucking chuds hiding like fucking cowards, like the rest of you talking shit in my chat, hiding in their little fucking apartment buildings because they're afraid of people, because they hate everybody. And they're still like, they're getting their fucking information from fake news media sources when they can literally walk outside and go talk around and look and see what's happening. And they're fucking causing trouble. Like, while we were standing out on the street night before last night, this one dude was in his apartment and he was all like trying to yell the same shit that y'all are trying to yell in my chat about, like, you know, whatever fake news narrative that you're hearing. And, you know, I ignored him, of course, but another guy was like talking to him, you know, another Mexican guy. This guy was a Mexican guy too that was yelling. He was a fucking Mexican chud. Those guys exist, guys. The fucking regime is not going to fucking save you. They're not on your side, dude. But then this other guy that was on the street near me was calling back to him, and he was like, dude, how would you feel if it was your family taken? You're literally a Mexican dude. Like, what are you doing? Like, turn off the fake news. Like, come out here. And the guy actually got quiet after he realized, like, oh, wait a minute. That's kind of the thing, like, I don't know. The thing about, like, the non-white chuds that I've noticed is that they are actually capable of empathy. Like, if other people talk to them about what's happening, then they'll be like, huh. And then they'll actually, like, reassess and be like, wait a minute. But the thing about, like, white chuds is that they don't have empathy. They're just totally fucking just automatons. They're so fucking brainwashed. They're so deep in the sauce. Like, it takes a lot more to get white fascists to actually empathize with people. Rosa says, hey, I'm new to the channel. I'm going back down to the bottom of the chat. Cordero says, what are we supposed to do? Go outside and touch base with your community. go get involved in a local organization that is helping with support to people who are affected by the fascist government, and find people that are distributing medical supplies or organizing rides or grocery runs. Robert says, I think some of them are paid. No, they're not. That's fake news. That makes absolutely zero sense. The only ones that are paid to start shit on the street are feds. I personally witnessed that multiple times in the last few days. Literal paid actors. The only paid actors are people who are on the side of the police and on the side of ICE. Literally. I personally witnessed not like people that were not with us going and smashing shit up and trying to start shit. And I even encountered one personally who was trying to befriend me, who is obviously a cop. So yeah, I guess you're right. There are paid actors, but they're not paid actors on the side of Antifa. They're paid actors on the side of the government. No, that's literally true. That is a documented fact. It happened in Minneapolis during the George Floyd protests and riots. 100%. There's tons of videos of people who are not with protesters who are trying to start shit and like laughing about it. They'll be like throwing Molotovs at buildings, smashing windows, trying to get other people amped up and be like, come on, let's go storm this building and shit. They're literally fucking feds. Erlene is banned from my chat for being a fascist. Get the fuck out of here. Noah Hornbacher says, people are just pissed. Yeah, people are fucking upset, and rightly so. This is what America was founded on. If you guys love America and you're patriots, and you're like, oh, this is not the way, then you're not informed. You don't know what history is. Like, do you remember the Boston Tea Party? That was against unfair rule. And the whole Civil War, yeah, this is honestly looking like the beginning of a civil war too, because Trump was trying to arrest the governor of LA. Like, I don't like Gavin Newsom. He's a piece of shit, and he's got terrible policies against homeless people. He's a fascist too, but he's a different kind of fascist. But you know, the enemy of my enemy is not necessarily my friend. But if they want to have beef together, okay, and it does affect us. B Law says, protested all through the Deep South, and I promise it's always the cops. Bingo. Yeah, if you've actually been to a protest or demonstration, you know what the truth is. And if you haven't and you're trying to assert what the truth is, you're fucking brainwashed. Take a fucking seat. King Jaffe Joe is banned from my chat. Get the fuck out of here. I am done says, I believe you. Yeah, dude, I mean, that's kind of my whole thing. I tell the truth even when people don't want to hear it. Wheezy says, also some hate groups do that too. Try to look like Black Bloc. 100%. Yes. Yeah, we in the anarchist community call those chuds. Chuds are, they can be cops and or hate groups. Yes, chuds do try to infiltrate into actions and exacerbate the situation, cause confusion, and cause violence. For those of you who are confused about what censorship is, my channel is not a government organization, so me banning people from my chat is not censorship. I'm allowed to do that. Just because you have the freedom to say whatever you want to say in my chat doesn't mean you have freedom from consequence. Lurk says, why wouldn't there be cops though? Think about all the damage people cause. No, dude, it's the cops that are causing the damage. There were more cops present at the initial altercation than there were protesters. I literally was there. There were more police there, and they kept coming. What they do is they bring in fuck tons of police, right? And they like fortify and blockade areas, and then that of course is going to draw people there. It's the opposite. If you put a whole bunch of people, it's like, have you ever played Civilization, that game? If you have, then you know what happens when you put troops at a border. um, that trips out the other territory, the other nation in the game, because, like, yeah, when there's a huge presence of opposing forces gathering, they can't just leave it like that. So they bring forces over there too, and then they bring in more forces on the other side until it turns into an altercation. That's what the police are doing. They're gathering tons and tons of police into certain areas to incite violence. Yishai says, "Are you a dude or a chick? I just want to be politically correct. There is nothing political about my identity, and there's a secret third option. I'm non-binary, so yeah. If you want to show respect, then there you go." Rainman27 says, "First time I seen you. What's up?" Lurk says, "I've seen that too. There are definitely cops trying to light a fuse." Is anybody here in chat in LA? Raise your hand if you're in LA and you want more information about this. Toby says, "Police always escalate." Yeah, they do. That's kind of what they do. Black Midnight says, "I heard the Marines are being put to use guarding a few federal buildings." I haven't personally seen the military out there yet, but I took a break yesterday because I was really, really tired. I did like a kind of a drive around to see that people were in fact gathering, and I've heard the flashbangs all night. I'm pretty close to downtown. I will be going over there to get eyes on the ground and boots on the ground and eyes on the situation, and I will take videos in a respectful way that doesn't put anybody in danger. I did upload a couple of shorts onto my channel yesterday, so you can watch those. There's a video I uploaded to TikTok, I think, or maybe I have an Instagram called Anarchist.news. So if you want to follow that, I've got updates about how you can help, organizations you can tap into, where you can send support, and if you want to send any funds to me so that I can get some medical supplies, then I will post my money links right now. If you want to get down with the kickdown, you don't got to be a baller to drop $1. You can help from afar. I will be picking up more med supplies today. And no matter what your opinion is on what's going on, people should have medical supplies. Medical supplies for what? For fucking people getting shot with these, dude. This is a flashbang, okay? They're shooting these all over at people. They shot one at somebody's face, a young man who is hospitalized, and a ton of other people have gotten injured. They are also releasing a mysterious gas that they had released, this type of gas in Portland, and it's just a green gas. We don't know what it is. We do know that it causes people with uteruses. I know everybody's gonna get all triggered, like, just say woman. No, people with uteruses, to have, like, it's an abortant, basically. Like, we don't know what it exactly is, and people will be trying to gather soil samples and air samples and stuff. But it's an irritant, and it's causing a lot of health problems. I've personally been experiencing a lot of asthma too. There's tear gas in the air as well. But this mysterious green gas, we don't know what it is and what kind of future health complications it will have on people. The Color of Real Money says, and you're going to be distributing medical supplies to people. I'm tapped in with a medical supply distribution center that is at the front helping a lot of people. They're packing up a lot of supplies and distributing them. So it's not me personally that is like, I am going to the store and grabbing like cold packs for people that have been shot with the rubber bullets and also have like, blunt injuries. I'm getting, other basic medical supplies like that. But yeah, so far mostly I've been buying cold packs for people. B-Law says, I heard they brought out LRAD in LA as a show of force. I don't know. I haven't heard reports of that being used, but I believe it. Definitely. They're bringing out the big guns for sure. Rainman27 says, I was in prison. Rubber bullets do hurt. Yeah. Yeah. I've seen a lot of people's injuries. It's no joke. And they do aim for people's faces and like body and shins. They are trying to use these less than lethal weapons in a lethal way. And they are running people down with their horses as well. Yeah, we need ice packs for the ice raids, y'all. Let's see if anybody did kick down. Let me grab my phone here just in case, so I can shout you out. There are a lot of looky-loos in here, and it doesn't seem like a lot of people are actually helping, so that's pretty pathetic, guys. Gilberto Morales says, what do you think the end game is? So from what I'm seeing with the police showing excessive force and gathering, they're trying to get people riled up so that the federal government has an excuse to militarize LA and turn LA into a police state. And they're trying to bring people in to take LA. So hashtag free Los Angeles. And it's not going to end with LA either. If they win this, they're going to try and take other cities too, if they're not already trying to take other cities. Lurk says, I'm in New York too. I would help, but I just paid my rent and broke my phone yesterday. All my funds went to new phone. That's okay, dude. No worries. Dragonetta says, I'm not surprised at all that the National Guard is acting this way. I was a kid when they killed those 4 kids in Ohio. 4 dead in Ohio. Remember that song? I do. Damn. Jack Me Off says, I'm in LA. You're so wrong. You're an idiot, dude. You're obviously not anywhere near what's happening. Jim C says, oh, it's a peaceful demonstration, but January 6th was an insurrection. Correct. $1970. Okay. Dragonetta, 1974 dead in Ohio. Dead in Ohio. 1970. I'm going to look it up. Kent State shootings, also known as the Kent State Massacre. May 4th. Killing of 4 and wounding of 9 unarmed college students by the Ohio National Guard on the Kent State University campus. The shootings took place on May 4th. Here, I'm going to post this Wikipedia article. Here you go. If y'all don't believe me that the government does this kind of shit, like, there's a lot of information. If you're into government conspiracies, stop looking up the fake government conspiracies and look up the real ones. Rob K says, hello, Cornelius. Nasty time right now. Be safe. Yeah, I'm being safe, but I am also doing what I can. Here, let me find my Anarchist News Instagram and share that with y'all so that you can follow me on there. If you are in LA, you can follow this Instagram page and follow my stories, and I will be posting updates about things that are happening and how you can help. Courtney says, how about you go live from your car? No. Also, I'm not going to go live like on the ground at protest actions. That's not the kind of person that I am. There are a lot of people who are doing that, and it's a clout grab. They're trying to gain viewers by showing protests on their live streams. And while I will be taking video, I'm going to be doing it in a respectful way. I don't need to capitalize on important social movements for internet clout and clicks and views. That's why I'm in here talking about this. And then when I go downtown, I will have one phone with me and be taking videos, and then I will look over them and upload them later. Courteous Analyzer says the news labels protesters as agitators. Yeah, they will, because the news is all run by the oligarchs. It's all fake news. Best way you can get information right now is boots on the ground. The real agitators are the police and the military and the orange fucking dumb piece of shit. Courtney says, simply inform the people what is going on. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm only telling people what I've personally witnessed. I'm not here to give anybody conjecture about what I think is happening or what should happen. Bela says, don't forget eye wash, water, and ice packs. Yeah, I'll be picking those up. Again, if anybody wants to get down with the kickdown, I'm literally fucking broke right now. But any funds that I make during this stream are going to exactly that. Getting ice packs, saline, and other medical supplies for people. And so far, nobody has donated. You could be the first one. Gavin says, God bless you, bro. Hopefully you get your bread up, G, and can keep supporting people. That's the plan. Hell yeah. Oh, Alley Cat, thank you so much. Alley Cat kicked down through Super Chat. That's awesome. 50 bucks. I really appreciate that. YouTube doesn't pay out until the end of the month. So if you want to donate in a way that I can go and use it today, then you're going to want to go through PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App. But that will help in the future once YouTube pays out. So thank you so much. I am done says, I usually don't support this kind of stuff. Be different. Cool Alley Cat. Thank you. Appreciate that. Pin your comment, Cornelius. Hey, that's a good idea, Free Next. Let's pin that. There's PayPal. I didn't even think of that. See, I need like a fucking PR team or some shit. Here we go. I'm gonna pin the Venmo too. Can I pin more than one message? Oh no, I can only pin one. Night Strider says the UK is going the same way. Soon we seem to follow America. It's mad. Yeah, we need to actually like take this very seriously because this is not gonna go away. It's not gonna calm down. People are fed up. We the people are going to clean house. We're not fucking standing this for this anymore. Bila says, "We the people stand with you. Thank you, thank you. We the people is us. You know, we're all doing this together, and it's really important. No matter where you are or what your abilities are, you can help and you can show solidarity in some way." Rain Man says you can do a bio and put your Venmo on it. I literally have all my links in the description. Just nobody ever looks at it. Grand Theft Taco. Yeah, seriously. Deport Melania. Yeah, for real. Deport Elon, deport Melania, deport all those. Oh, man. Can you guys guess what I would do to Cheeto Man if we were in a room together, no weapons? Or, you know, if there were, yeah. Yeah, Guillotine 2025, buddy. Freenex says, thanks for what you're doing for us. I mean, I'm not doing this I mean, this is everybody. This involves everybody. Like, it's not just about people taken by the government unfairly with undue process. It's going to affect all of us. Just because it doesn't affect certain groups of people yet doesn't mean that it's not going to. Yeah, this is important for all of us. All right. We're a little over an hour in. Does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns, etc.? I still haven't seen. Oh, looks like somebody kicked down on the Venmo. That's awesome. Let me see. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, let's take a look so I can shout y'all out. And I will, like I said earlier a few times, I will be back down there very shortly. And I will get some more videos so you guys can see what's going on. Mark Pasulka kicked down. Thank you so much for medical. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. And it looks like PayPal. Wait, that was on PayPal. Okay. And it looks like Venmo. Let's take a look. Freenex says you're right. Once they do it in California, it will spread to other states. I mean, yeah, it already is. Brittany Avila. Thank you, Brittany. I appreciate that. Hell yeah. Let's see Cash App, if anybody kicked down on the Cash App. Brittany says, please stay safe. Oh, I already read that. Yeah. Yeah. Keep fighting the good fight. I will stay safe, and I mean as safe as needed. Courteous Analyzer says, wouldn't be surprised if we saw protests in Chicago. I'm pretty sure there's already actions going on in Chicago. Rosa says, was nice meeting you. Got to go now. Have a good day. You too, Rosa. Thank you. Oh no, the table says hello. What's up? I am done says if Corn says it's for medical, it's for medical. Absolutely, yeah. That's kind of more my speed. Like, you know, it does help to be able to treat people with medical supplies. It's yeah. Like, people aren't out there to cause trouble. It's the feds that are causing the trouble. Other people are fed up and they're tired of being pushed around by the government. Yeah, if you're watching the news and you think that protesters are just going out to go throw rocks at stuff, then you're watching fake news. Carl says, just joining your live stream. I was at the food bank getting my commodities for the month. Does Boots on the Ground have a Facebook page, YouTube channel, etc.? No, that's me. That's me. Boots on the Ground is my, I mean, it's a slogan in general, but yeah. You're on it. This is the YouTube channel for Boots on the Ground. And it's more of an idea because I want other people to help with that, you know. Start a hashtag Boots on the Ground when you take video of things that are happening around you so that other people can see what is actually happening versus how it's being portrayed on the fake news media narrative. Alley Cat says, only in Cali where we riot, not rally to live and die. Yep. Okay, so here is my Anarchist News Instagram again. If you want to follow that. And Courteous Analyzer kicked down through Super Chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You guys are amazing. So far, we've got 56.36 in Super Chat. Now, if you want to donate, and you can donate through one of the money apps, try and donate through the PayPal. I've got it pinned now, so you don't have to look for it. Because when you donate through Super Chat, I don't get paid out until the end of the month, and YouTube takes 30%. And through donations on the money apps, we've got about $60 so far for medical supplies. If anybody wants to donate through PayPal for medical supplies, that'd be great. And if you have any questions about what's going on that I haven't answered already on my stream, the cliff notes is that the police and the military are the agitators in this situation, and people are fed up, and it's not stopping. It's going to continue for another day and another day until something's got to give. And the government is ramping up their retaliation. But if you have any questions, I have been there for the past 3 nights, and I will be back downtown again in the next couple hours. Courteous says, sorry, I wish I would have known that before. It's okay, no worries. You got just a few more minutes left here, and then I got to go because I have a lot of other things to do. I hadn't streamed in the last few days because I was working a lot, and also I was at the downtown area. I don't keep my phone on and like, you know, with me during actions. I have another phone that I keep with me so that I can just take video that is not connected to data. Andrew Tate says, we talking about the ICE protest. That's right. Andrew Tate. Real Andrew Tate here in chat now. Rainman says, look at my pic. I'm an anarchist as well, so I'd like to see you again. If you're an anarchist, hit the follow button, hit the like button. Yeah, hit the like button. Freenex says, will you go live at the protest? I've answered that question before. No, I'm not going to go live at the protest. It's not safe or courteous to be filming people in the middle of actions, and there's already tons of press there anyway. So there is the status coup here on YouTube that has been going live with people on the ground, and there's tons of other people as well that aren't exactly with the news or anything like that. There's tons of people live streaming. I'm not going to be trying to capitalize on community actions like that. I will be taking video, like I said, and I've got a couple of videos up so you can see yourself the videos that I've taken on my channel. I uploaded them to shorts. Old Soul says, don't film crimes. Got it. Yeah, totally. Don't film people taking action. It can put them in danger. The government recognizes people standing up for what's right as criminal activity. So by filming them, it puts them in danger. Ziva says, be safe, Corn. I will be safe. Brittany says, terrible things are happening outside at any time of night or day. Poor, helpless people are being dragged out of their homes. And Frank, don't let history repeat itself. It's been repeating itself. That's why people are really, really upset. Yeah, it's bad. It's a fascist takeover LA, and the federal government is only exacerbating it. What's that quote? The old world is dying and the new one struggles to be born. Now is the time of monsters. And it's true. We have monsters on the streets, and they're in jackboots and fucking cop regalia. And I don't know how much military is on the ground right now. I will get back with that report. Brittany says they hide their faces like cowards. Yeah, right. All the feds, like, you know, all these chuds that were like, oh, masks are bad. I can't breathe with a mask on. All of a sudden, they're all wearing masks. They don't want their faces seen. Freenex says, I heard 700 soldiers. Yeah, well, I don't know about that. And that's the ones that have been deployed, but we don't know if they're actually, like, deployed. You know, they've been summoned, and a lot of people have come their way. There was a caravan of military last night heading from Palm Springs to LA, and people were on the highways trying to clog them up, not let them pass. And I don't know how that went, or if they've arrived, or, yeah, how many are here right now. Bernie Pierce says, get off here. No, you. Bye. Bernie says, you first. Yeah, really. If you come into my chat and you don't like it, you're free to leave. Glow ATL says, notice me, senpai. You spelled senpai wrong. Hell yeah. I'm really excited to take so far $60 and then 56 in chat, which I'll be able to get later at the end of the month and put toward more mutual aid stuff. I'm excited to go pick up some supplies, and I'm gonna head over on my scooter and drop off some supplies and just take kind of a look around and see what the situation looks like. Can definitely make more cover more ground on the scooter, and then probably head back on foot later as well. YouTuber says, well said, I believe in freedom. Yeah, right. Yeah, well, if y'all believe in freedom, then, you know, the government is trying to take away our freedom. It's in the Constitution, right? Freedom of assembly. They're not letting people assemble. They're trying everything they can to make it illegal for people to assemble with real concerns that we the people have, and they're pushing people around. That's what's happening. Melinda says, I'm sorry what I said last time. I don't remember what you said last time, but, you know, be cool, and then we're cool. Tristram says, I subscribed. Welcome. Welcome to the reprobate crew. There are links in the description as well. There's a Discord server that you can join if you would like to. And you can also follow me on anarchist.news on Instagram for updates on how you can help and where things are happening that you can help with. Gina says you have a really great heart, Corn. Thank you. Well, I can't just be here right next to all the things that are happening and injustice and just like sit up here and be like, I'm going to watch the news about it. Like, no, I'm going to go on the ground and go see what's happening myself. Glow ATL says penis. Okay. Thank you for the kickdown. I appreciate that. YouTuber says, I have the freedom to work hard, make money, and have a great family. Life is all hard work. Yeah, you do have the freedom for that. And you also should have the freedom of assembly if you're being pushed around. And for the last couple nights, they've declared unlawful assembly in public areas downtown because the government is censoring we the people and making it so that we can't express our concerns. And they're pushing people around. They're shooting rubber bullets at people's faces, at reporters who are just there to report on what's happening. This is all documented. YouTuber says, are you putting in the work to be a productive person in society? That's a fucking weird question to ask somebody when you're on their live stream. Yeah, that's a fucking back-ass question. Fuck you. Being a productive member of society. What the fuck does that mean? Steven says, might take a hit off my sour diesel vape. You know, that's a great idea. I kind of want to hit my vape too. Does anybody have any more questions, comments, concerns? I'm going to go back in and put my links in the chat so that people can find them. Let's see. Oh yeah, I'm gonna find my vape. Today is gonna be a big day. This standoff between the people and the government is not going to end anytime soon. And I have personally been there, boots on the ground, over the last few days. You can't tell me what's going on because I know what's going on because I've been there and I've been seeing it. Freenex says productive person in society equals slave. Yeah, pretty much. All right, here's the Discord link. Come on in and join us. Let's see. Here is my Anarchist News Instagram link if you want to give me a follow. Productive person for your family. Yeah, well, there's a lot of theory about how the nuclear family came to be and how it interacts with an oppressive government. Like, you know, yeah, you're free to have a family and work for your family. But if you think that that's the only thing that makes you a productive person in society, then you are imprisoned in your mind. Freedom means freedom for all in whatever way that they want to live, as long as they're not hurting other people, which the government is currently doing. They're hurting a lot of people. And I am free to stand in assembly with other people and exercise our First Amendment right. Palantir is the BBB law. It will be implemented on all society you're upon. I don't know what the fuck that means, but okay. Government is good. Fuck you. Fatty says you can't block roads. The police are the ones blocking roads. I have video of that. The police are the ones that are blockading all the roads. and making it so that people can't pass. Bendejo says, "You're my favorite trans YouTuber." Thank you. YouTuber says, "If I asked you to give points, tell me one. Who are they hurting? Who is who hurting? The government?" ICE director admits he's rounding up people without criminal records. ICE arrests 100,000 under Trump, and most of these people don't have records. They're literally just rounding up brown people and making them disappear and not giving them any sort of justice whatsoever. They're just rounding people up and making them disappear, and they're hurting people. In like right now, they're shooting fucking, where are they? They're shooting these things at fucking reporters and people's faces. They're attacking our free speech and freedom of assembly here in the U.S. And I don't know about you, but that's kind of an important thing to me. That's what freedom is. So they're literally attacking our freedoms right now. YouTuber is obviously I've already like explained to you a lot of things, and you're still sitting here trying to like do a gotcha question or something. There's a lot of veterans that are on the ground opposing ICE right now. I'm going to give you one last chance to stop asking loaded questions like you're trying to fucking accuse me of something. If you keep it up, I'm just going to ban you because I'm done having this discourse with you. Oh yeah, you're gone. Yeah, you can't tell me that they're not attacking the media. They're not attacking press because I literally witnessed them attacking press. So, yeah. Wedding Cake says, "Keep on keeping on. I got to roll on." Thank you, Wedding Cake. I really appreciate it. Rec 3000 says, "ANCAP here." Oh, I already don't respect your opinion if you're an ANCAP. But I'll read on. "I love all the rightists here arguing for big government. Authoritarian is all forms of bad." Yeah. Um, I agree with that. But also, anarcho-capitalism is not anarchism. Capitalism is evil. Maybe you're just confused about what that means, but yeah. I've already said this a billion times on this stream. Big fucking Bush says protesting is okay, vandalism and setting fires is not. The government is the one who's vandalizing and instigating and setting fires. I have personally witnessed plants, people that are feds dressed in black bloc inciting violence so that they can frame protesters as being violent. That's what's happening. So if you're seeing a different narrative on TV, that's fake news and you should shut it off. Claudette said, "All right." Brittany says, "I love that wedding cake accounts are out here supporting." Hell yeah. Claudette says, "These purple in your comments are the grossest ignorant trolls. Thank you for the info you bring, Corn." Thank you, Claudette. I appreciate that. Omar says, "Yeah, this is all an act." Richard says, "Inside agitators." Correct. Yeah, and this is a documented thing. This happens every protest. The government will send people in acting like they're part of the protest, and they will start breaking windows. I've seen this a lot. This is a thing that happens, and they get people all riled up so that they can then have an excuse to unleash on protesters in a violent way. It's it's a big thing. It's a whole thing. Again, I'm gonna spam my chat with my Anarchist News Instagram, and I'm gonna head out because I got other things to do here. It's gonna be a busy day. Anything that folks donated during this stream today is going straight into support on the ground here in LA to people that are injured by police, or however, getting medical supplies to people that need medical supplies. Because, yeah, they're out here shooting flashbangs at people and rubber bullets at people. These are littering all over downtown. There's people being injured right now. I'm not hearing any explosions during the day at this point. During the day, it's more like people organized with signs, doing marches and stuff. So that's what's going on right now. If you are new to protesting, don't just straight up go in the middle of the night ready to go wreck some shit. You're just going to be a liability. Go during the day when there's organization and more people with planned actions. If you want to hold a sign and chant and march around, that's the place for you. You can also donate supplies to organizations that are helping people who are injured. The police are still firing stuff at people who are peacefully protesting the legal right way right now. And they are exacerbating the situation. At night, though, it gets a little bit different. It gets more sketchy. Under cover of night, the police do a lot more aggravated stuff. All right, just checking in chat here. See what folks are saying. All right. Okay, well, I think that's it for me. That's all the updates that I can give you right now. I got to get boots on the ground. And I'll talk to all of you later. I'll give you updates as soon as I can, and keep an eye on my channel for more videos and eyewitness accounts. And if you're seeing this on replay, leave a comment. Feel free to get down with the kickdown. I really do appreciate it, and it helps a lot of people, not just me, people on the ground that need medical attention and medical supplies, especially ice packs. I'm getting a lot of ice packs for these because these are causing a lot of injuries to people. I'm just going to ban a few chuds here real quick. Get the fuck out of my chat. Get the fuck out of my chat. Desert Deb says, thank you. You're welcome. You're so welcome. Tristram says, okay, bye. Have a good rest of your day. Yeah, you too. Everybody, take care of yourselves. Get out there. Connect with people in your community. Find out what's actually happening. Turn off the fake news propaganda narrative and actually make some friends out on the ground and do what you can in your neighborhood. You don't have to be facing off with cops yourself. If you don't have the ability to do that, you can be showing support in many, many different ways. So go and look up my anarchist.news Instagram and look up local distribution organizations in your town and your city and your area and get tapped in, make friends. This is going to continue and it's going to escalate. Not because of what the protesters are doing, but because of what the government is doing against we, the people of the United States that live here. So I'll see y'all later. Please take care of yourselves. Thank you for joining me today. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.